Yes, Kenny Golladay is hitting the free agent market because the Detroit Lions decided not to tag him. What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to Detroit Lions Talk with MicroMike. We talk all things Detroit Lions, news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, and everything regarding our franchise. In this video, we're talking about the breaking news that the Lions decided not to franchise tag Detroit Lions star wide receiver Kenny Golladay. Many factors go into what is going to take place for Kenny Golladay as well as the Detroit Lions with him not being tagged. It's really important going forward of what's going to happen. Look, we know we're in a rebuild/retool mode. They want to change this roster, and being cash-strapped and cap-strapped, it was going to be difficult to keep Kenny Golladay. No doubt about it, they could have done it when it comes to franchise tagging Kenny Golladay and keep him on the roster and or trade him, but they opted to not do both. And that has ramifications. First off, he's going to hit free agency, and another team can go ahead and sign Kenny Golladay. No doubt about it, they're going to throw a boatload of money. He's going to be a coveted free agent, and he will be highly sought after by multiple teams. Now, one of the teams that was reported to be interested in him was the New York Giants. I can see them doing that for their quarterback to get better with the offensive scheme that they want. Another thing is the Detroit Lions could still look to sign wide receiver Kenny Golladay. I believe that is completely unlikely at this point. I think he's no longer going to be a Detroit Lion. He's going to be on another team. And what happens when he signs? The Lions will get a compensatory pick in 2022. And my expectations is going to be a third-round compensatory pick. So what does that mean? Well, it'd be after the initial team's pick in the third round, you get your compensatory picks. And when a NFL player gets a high dollar valued contract, generally the team that let him go gets that pick. So we'll have an extra third round pick. Obviously, it's not guaranteed right now, but 99% chance that it's what it's going to be because he's going to get paid, folks. Kenny Golladay is going to get paid. I'm on Newsbreak now, folks, and I'm dropping Lions content and videos on there all the time. Videos that's not on YouTube. It is videos specifically for Newsbreak. How can you watch this? You ask that question. Well, it's simple. Go ahead and go to Newsbreak, and the information will be in the description of this video, and it will be in description of my YouTube going forward, so you can find that information. It's simple. Go ahead, click on it, follow me on Newsbreak. You can get all the latest news and rumors as well on YouTube, but it's going to be different videos. It's not the same. Go ahead and follow, and let's build the Pride Nation bigger than YouTube. What does it mean for our Detroit Lions? Well, we know that the Lions are in a rebuild/retool mode. We need to get players that are young because right now we're trying to get rid of players that don't fit the system, that don't fit the culture of the Lions, and clearly they have issues with the cap. No doubt about it. So franchise tagging him would have been hard for the Lions to do because it would have been $16.4 million. With that said, they could have got it done, and they could have tagged and traded him, but they opted not to go that route. So what does it mean in free agency? Well, it does free up some money for free agency to go ahead and sign other players who they may like. Obviously, it doesn't necessarily have to be a wide receiver. They could go to linebacker. They can go to defensive line, anything to start to build this roster the correct way. Now, still, I don't see any big player coming to the Lions because, again, they want to build through the draft. And you get complementary pieces in free agency. If you already look, we got Tyrell Williams. He's not a main focal point. He's a complementary piece. And that's what I see from the Lions here. Filling the gap, getting pieces that fit the system that is on a cheaper deal that maybe have a higher ceiling and you take a little bit of risk on them. But when it comes to the NFL draft, now I definitely do expect the Lions to take a wide receiver in this draft. It doesn't necessarily have to be a first-round draft pick or a second-round draft pick. It could be the third round. It could be a fourth round. It could be anything like that. With that said, I do fully expect the Lions to do that because we still have a gaping hole at the wide receiver core. Tyrell Williams was a fill-in for Marvin Jones Jr., in my opinion. Kenny Golladay is a step up on that. And so the Lions need to get a wide receiver that can fill his shoes. Again, it doesn't have to be this year. It doesn't have to be this draft, but it's definitely on the minds of Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. They could go ahead and take a wide receiver early on. If Chase is there, they can select Chase with that first pick. If Waddle is the guy, they could do that. Doesn't necessarily mean they have to, but they can. And I would definitely keep a keen eye on that in the NFL draft. But you also have second and third rounds. Look, we got Kenny Golladay in the third round, so you can find pieces for the Lions. But when having Tyrell Williams, Quintez Cephas, Victor Bolden, and Geronimo Allison as your 4 wide receivers, that's not good enough because you do have issues, injury history with Tyrell Williams. Quintez Cephas was a number 5/4 last year. Geronimo Allison didn't play, and Victor Bolden was non-existent. That is not a good wide receiver core for Jared Goff. You're going to have more weapons. Yes, we're definitely doing a running first football team, but you have to have some sort of weapons. So expect the Lions to make a move for a wide receiver in the NFL draft here coming very soon. But what do you guys think? Was this a good move by Brad Holmes to not franchise tag him and hit free agency? Let me know. This is the pinned comment. I kind of wanted the franchise as well as then trade, but I am just one guy. But what do you guys think? Do you think this was a good move? Reply to the pinned comment. There's also a possibility, folks, that Kenny Golladay could sign with a rival. Could be the Green Bay Packers or the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings, something in that nature. And definitely that's going to hurt us because he has a lot of ability. We've seen it. Contested catches. He has the concept of definitely nice wingspan to get that football. And with the movement that the Chicago Bears are doing, I mean, we heard rumors of Wilson trying to get traded there. And we heard rumors now the Green Bay Packers like Kenny Golladay. Just think there's cap issues, obviously. But that could hurt us in the long run because he's not old. He is fairly young, and I think he's got a lot of good years left in him, so that can hurt us. Hopefully when it comes to Kenny Golladay, folks, that he will go ahead and sign with another football team that we don't see generally a lot. Again, the Giants, maybe an AFC team, something in that nature. But when a player turns down that type of money that he did with the previous regime of 18 to 19 million, he was expecting a lot of money. That we cannot pay 18, 19 million to a wide receiver right now. It just can't do it. I mean, it is money that is top 5 money for a wide receiver, and I do not believe he is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Plus, he has an injury history. He only played in 5 games last year, so they wanted to go the safe route here. Yes, they could have tagged him. Yes, they could have traded him, and I was more on that side, anything else, but they opted not to do that. We will get capital next year. Now, next year's draft, look, we're really starting to build for the future of this team. We got 2 first-round picks. We're going to have 2 third-round picks. And I'm sure in the upcoming draft, we're probably going to trade back and accumulate more draft picks. So the team is doing the right thing to build through the draft. No doubt about it. But we're going to be having a big hole here with the wide receiver. And that's just facts. No doubt about it. It's facts. I'm not going to lie and say, hey, it's straight a good thing for the Detroit Lions for production on the field, because I do not believe that. With that said, I totally understand it. You cannot pay a guy that money. You just can't do it. I love Kenny Golladay. I liked his play on the field. Yes, there was concerns that maybe he was milking his injury last year. I really don't believe that. With that said, you can't pay anyone, wide receiver, Kenny Golladay, that type of money. I am not going to invest, because what if he gets injured? What if we did pay him that type of money? He gets injured. This is a world of hurt for the Lions offense and the team as a whole. That's a lot of money, and you got to be able to distribute the finances to all the players, not just a couple players. It does not work. We've done that before with Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford, and it just doesn't work. You have to be able to build a whole team, and sending that type of money to a top 5 type of money to a wide receiver is very difficult with the situation that the Lions are dealing with. Comment on this video. Should the Detroit Lions now take a wide receiver early in the 2021 NFL draft? Let me know in the comment section. It's simple. Y for yes, N for no. Let's get this conversation moving. I want to see what the fan base thinks. We got a big hole here. I generally think that they're going to, and I think we should take a wide receiver. Doesn't necessarily have to, again, the first round draft pick, but we got to take one. I tell you what, though, it's going to be interesting to see the moves that's going to be made now without having Kenny Golladay on this team. There's going to be a lot of things taking place when it comes to the draft, when it comes to free agency. I can't wait to see it. We heard Brad Holmes talk about how he reshaped the Los Angeles Rams wide receiver core in 1 year. Are they going to do that? I do expect so. There's going to be a lot of moves, a lot of reshaping, a lot of changes, and it's going to be interesting nonetheless. Whether it's good or bad or ugly, it's going to be interesting, so you want to stay here and let's ride this wave together. Let's ride this transition together and see what takes place. You got to hit that notification bell, folks, because I have videos dropping all the time, breaking news, NFL draft, free agency, all sorts of stuff. If you do not hit that notification bell, you're going to miss out, and subscribe. Also, on Thursday, we get the OnePride podcast on my channel. It's the live mailbag segment. Absolutely fun. Go ahead, jump on at 6:30, give questions, and I will directly give you answers. Hey, on Tuesday at 7 p.m., Gridiron Blitz, it is Spiked Kool-Aid. Look, he has the call-in segment where you can call in and talk to us personally. 7 p.m. on Tuesday. It's fun. It's heated. It's a great time. Let's get at it. And on Wednesday, we have Necessary Roughness on Troxel Sports Channel. Hey, it's a comedy show. It's having fun talking all NFL. We're just having a great time shooting the S. Make sure you join us.